There is a frustrating feeling that many people carry quietly. The feeling of trying but not moving, of wanting change but not seeing results, of putting in effort but still feeling stuck in the same place. And over time, that feeling can turn into something heavier, doubt. You start questioning yourself. You start wondering if something is wrong with you. You start thinking maybe you are just not disciplined enough, not talented enough, not lucky enough, or simply not meant for more. But what if feeling stuck is not a sign that you are failing? What if it is a sign that something deeper needs your attention? Today I want to talk about that feeling of being stuck, not in a motivational way, but in an honest way, because being stuck is not always about laziness or lack of effort. Sometimes it is about misalignment. Sometimes it is about carrying patterns that quietly keep you in place. One of the biggest reasons people feel stuck is because they are trying to move forward without letting go of what is holding them back. They want a new life, but they are still holding on to old habits. They want peace, but they are still feeding what drains them. They want clarity, but they are still avoiding the truth. They want change, but they are still protecting what is familiar. And that creates conflict, because growth and comfort often pull in opposite directions. You say you want to move forward, but part of you is still attached to what you know, even if what you know is not good for you. That is the complexity of being human. We do not only hold on to what is healthy, we also hold on to what is familiar, because familiarity feels safe even when it is limiting. And that is where many people get stuck, not because they do not want change, but because they are not yet ready to release what keeps them where they are. Another reason people feel stuck is because they are waiting for clarity before taking action. They want to feel confident first. They want to feel certain first. They want to feel ready first. But clarity rarely comes before movement. Most of the time, clarity comes through movement. Through trying, through failing, through adjusting, through experiencing. You do not think your way into a new life. You step your way into it, but stepping feels risky. So many people stay in place, not because they cannot move, but because they are trying to avoid discomfort. They are trying to avoid making mistakes, trying to avoid embarrassment, trying to avoid uncertainty, trying to avoid feeling lost. But here is the truth. You cannot grow and stay comfortable at the same time. Something always has to stretch. Another hidden reason people feel stuck is because they are carrying too much pressure. Pressure to succeed quickly, pressure to not waste time, pressure to make the right decision, pressure to prove themselves, pressure to not fall behind. And that pressure can become paralyzing. Because when every move feels like it has to be perfect, you stop moving altogether. You overthink, you hesitate, you delay, you wait for a better moment. And slowly, waiting turns into stagnation. This is why some people feel stuck, not because they are inactive, but because they are overwhelmed by expectation. Their mind is too crowded to move freely. Sometimes, the problem is not that you are doing too little, it is that you are carrying too much mentally. Another truth many people avoid is this. Sometimes you feel stuck because you are not being honest with yourself. You know something is not right, but you keep ignoring it. You know a situation is draining you, but you stay. You know a habit is hurting you, but you continue. You know a direction does not feel aligned, but you convince yourself to keep going. Because facing the truth may require change, and change is uncomfortable, so instead you stay in a space that no longer fits you. And then you wonder why you feel stuck. But stuck is often what misalignment feels like. It is what happens when your actions and your inner truth are not in the same place. So what do we do? How do we move again? I think the first step is to stop attacking yourself. A lot of people are harsh with themselves when they feel stuck. They call themselves lazy, undisciplined, unfocused, weak. But self-criticism rarely creates movement. It creates pressure, and pressure often creates resistance. Instead, try understanding. Ask yourself, what am I avoiding? What am I afraid of? What am I holding onto that no longer serves me? What truth have I been ignoring? Those questions are uncomfortable, but they are powerful. because they bring awareness, and awareness is the beginning of change. The second step is to simplify. When you feel stuck, you do not need a perfect life plan. You need a small, honest step. One action, one decision, one shift. Something that moves you, even slightly, in a different direction. Because movement creates energy, and energy creates clarity. You do not need to fix everything. You just need to stop standing still. The third step is to accept that progress will feel slow at times. This is important because many people quit, not because they cannot grow, but because growth feels slower than they expected. But real growth is often quiet. It happens in habits, in mindset shifts, in small decisions repeated consistently. It is not always visible immediately, but it is happening. And the more patient you are with the process, the more stable your growth becomes. The fourth step is to reconnect with your reason. Why do you want change? Not the surface reason, the deeper one. Not just success, not just money, not just recognition, but meaning, peace, freedom, fulfillment, self-respect. Because when your reason is clear, movement becomes easier, not effortless, but easier. Because now you are not just moving away from discomfort, you are moving towards something that matters, and that creates momentum. So, if you have been feeling stuck lately, maybe this is what you need to hear. You are not broken. You are not incapable. You are not behind. You are in a moment that is asking you to look deeper, to release something, to face something, to simplify something, to be honest about something, because stuck is not the end. It is often the beginning of awareness, and awareness, when followed by even one small step, can change everything. You do not need to have it all figured out. You just need to start moving again, even slowly, even imperfectly, even with doubt. Because sometimes the only thing standing between you and change is not ability. It is the willingness to take the next step without needing the whole path. And that is where your life begins to shift.